Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to the family. So knowing how to layer properly is going to be very helpful, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the easiest, simplest, straightforward way to know how to layer your skin properly in order to get more smooth and glass-like kind of skin. The reason why it's very important to know how to layer properly is because sometimes you can actually have the right products but not knowing how to layer them, which one comes first, which one goes in the middle, and which one should come last. If you do not know how to do these steps, it will be very hard for you to actually get full use for your money. And this year we're trying not to waste any coin, so it's best you know how to layer your skincare products in order for you to get maximum results from the products that you buy and to get the best results. 4 major steps I would need you to remember is CTMP. CTMP. This will actually help you remember the process on how you should actually start layering your skincare products. So I need you to memorize this. So the more you say it over and over again, it'll be easier for you to remember. So the C here stands for cleansing. Cleansing will always be your first step. Always. So the reason why we use a cleanser is to remove dirt, oil from the skin. So before you actually start layering your skin, you will need to remove all the dirt from the day. So most times when we go out, there are lots of bacteria. When we use our hands on our face, when maybe a friend touches our face, we have a lot of dirt, oils, and bacteria that actually rest on our face. So before we do anything, we have to cleanse our face. So for today's video, I'll be using the Ole Erickson Daily Cleanser. This is what I'm currently using, but if you're unable to get this, I will recommend a good substitute will be the CeraVe cleanser. This is also a good substitute for this, and it actually works really well. So if you're a beginner and you're looking for a cleanser to start with, you can also use the CeraVe cleanser. So but for today, this is what I'm going to be using, the Ole Erickson cleanser. Okay, so I'm done rinsing off the cleanser from my face. So usually after this, once I'm done cleaning my face and rinsing off, I do not use a towel to dry my face. And the reason why I don't use a towel is because sometimes it irritates my skin, and I'm actually scared that if I use a towel more than once, I can actually transfer bacteria from the towel to my face. So most times I tend to just avoid using a towel. The best possible way for me to actually dry my face is to sit in front of the fan or in front of the AC to just let my face air dry. My face is actually dry already, so I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes to let it dry properly. Then we'll go on to the next step. So we're done with C, which is cleansing, and our next step is T. Now the reason why there's a race to power 2 on that T, I'll explain later, but for now our T here is for toner. So that would be our next step. So I have 2 different toners with me here, and don't be scared, don't be worried. The only reason I have 2 different toners is because they have different purposes. So toners basically balance your pH level. It's very light, which makes it very easy to go into the skin, and your skin absorbs it better. So the function of the ordinary toner is it helps reduce hyperpigmentation. So if you're struggling with pigmentation on your eyes, on your cheek, I recommend using the ordinary. Another thing is that the ordinary actually smells a little bit like chemical, but it's not that harsh. So just in case when you get it, it has like a funny smell, there's nothing wrong with it. Just make sure you buy it from a credible store. Make sure you buy all your skincare products from a credible store so you do not have any reactions, because that also could be a major thing. If you don't buy from a store that is credible, you might have issues with your product. On to the next step. For this, you can actually use a cotton wool or your hand to actually apply this product on your face. I use either the cotton wool or my hand, but today I'll be using my hand. The reason why it's advisable to use your hand is not anything special. It's because you just need more products when you use your hand, because the cotton wool will absorb more products than it should, and you don't need that much, so you might as well just put it on your hand and apply to your face. So for the second toner, which is the Pixie toner, the major focus for this is to remove excess oil and to brighten dull skin. So if your skin goal is to remove oil and brighten your skin, I will recommend the Pixie toner. So basically, different toners have different functions. If you're struggling with hyperpigmentation, I will recommend the Ordinary. If you're someone who wants to remove excess oil and brighten your skin, I would suggest the Pixie toner. Now on to our next step. We're done with the C, which is for cleansing. We're done with the first T, which was for toner. And now we're on to the second T, which is for treatment. That's why we have Erase to Power on the T. Now for treatment, this simply means the food that we're going to feed our skin. Now it depends on your skincare goals or your skin type or what exactly you're trying to target or achieve on your face. That will help you know which treatment you're supposed to get for your skin. Now, for someone like me who isn't struggling with acne, what I usually treat my skin for is whiteheads and hydration. The products I use for that is the hyaluronic acid and the niacinamide. Now, those are treatments and food that I put on my skin to help hydrate and remove whiteheads. So now that I've given my toner enough time to actually absorb and penetrate my skin, I'm going to go in with my serum. So typically I just apply a few drops on my face, then massage it in, then give it some time to actually absorb into my skin again. So I'm going to let this absorb into my skin before we go into our next step. Our next step is M, which is our moisturizer. So we're almost at the end of our layering routine. As you can see, it's not that difficult if you can remember our acronyms, which is C, T, M, P. We've done our cleanser, we've done our toner, we've done our treatment, and we are on to our moisturizer. So our next step here is going to be the moisturizer. Now, it depends on the season we're in. That actually depends on what type of moisturizer I will use. An example is if we're in December, I tend to change my moisturizer because I will need more hydration on my skin because of the weather. And for this season, I'll be using a gel-based moisturizer because it helps moisturize my face properly and it's very lightweight. It's not heavy on my skin. I tend to not like products that actually are heavy because it can be overwhelming on my face and it just feels like I'm carrying something very heavy on my skin. So I tend to go for the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Moisturizer because it helps control oil and it moisturizes my skin properly. So this will be our moisturizer. So I'm done moisturizing my face. I'm going to let this sit as well. I'm going to give it another 8 to 10 minutes to stay on my face. Don't forget, you can also sit by your fan or in front of your AC if you want your products to actually absorb quickly into your skin. So now that we're done moisturizing, our final step is going to be protection. Now, protection simply means sunscreen. I have to emphasize on how important this is actually to the routine is because if after you've applied all of this on your face and you're stepping out and you do not apply sunscreen, you're wasting your time. I don't know how I'm going to say it nicely. You're wasting your time because this is actually very important because it actually helps protect your skin barriers. I have to emphasize on how important it is for you to actually apply sunscreen on your face before stepping outside the house. It helps protect your skin. It's very, very, very important. So after your layering routine, you have to add your sunscreen, which is the protection. I personally would recommend SPF50, but there are other options as 30. I just feel like the 50 does a better job. So if you're looking for a sunscreen to buy, 50 will be ideal, but if you can't go for the 50, 30 is actually better than not rubbing any sunscreen at all. So I will be applying this next. And that is it for today's video. This is how I layer my skincare products in order for me to get maximum results from them. If this video did help you know how to layer your products properly, do give it a thumbs up. So if you have any questions, just do let me know in the comment section. See you in my next video. Bye.